guys, Steve Rosati here. I'm checking in with you with Trickfish today and Bass Musician Magazine. Steve the bass guy, right? So today I have the Trickfish Bullhead. This cabinet and head, the Behemoth 4 HD high definition, right? And this Trickfish Bullhead, 1,000 watts of power, is awesome. I love the head. The head is very flexible. It makes me think of Mr. Mike Pope. Mike Pope, one of my favorite bass players. So flexible with what he does, whether he's playing upright, electric 6-string bass, or if he's playing piano. The man is phenomenal. Love Mike Pope. So why wouldn't his preamp, which is upgraded version of the standalone that he had a couple years ago, not be just as awesome as he is? And the truth is, it is. This amp is really incredible. I love the way it sounds. It is a very flexible amp, and it has some really cool features. The knobs are all large because if you're on the gig and you need to reach around and change something, you're not looking for like a micro knob or something, which is a really nice option. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you this too. When you shut the amp off, what you'll see is that as soon as you turn it back on, the mute automatically comes back on. I kind of like that. It's cool. It's a cool setting because a lot of times when we go to when we go on stage and you turn your amp on and it's already set up and the plug isn't in the bass yet, or it's somewhere in the signal chain and it's not connected, you get that hum. So in this case, it's really awesome because that's going to fix that for us. So you're not going to get that buzz right away. That is a really nice feature. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little loop so I can run through each of the settings so you guys can hear what it's like. So I'm gonna actually set it flat. I made sure I have my gain stage set, and you'll notice that as soon as I turned it on, the pad came on. So I want to take the pad off, and I'm going to turn off the gain so we can hear. You can hear what the amp sounds like. So currently the amp itself is being mic'd. Everything in the room is mic'd. There is no direct line out. It is just microphones from the cabinet. This is a passive bass. It's the M-Bass Brooklyn J being run into the amp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a loop so I can demonstrate each of the settings so you can hear how flexible this is. All right, so let me get this straight. All right, so it's going to be a very simple loop. I'm going to have some lows and some highs just so we can hear the full dynamics of this cabinet and head. All right, so. Okay. Going. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. Let's make sure this mic is good. So I'm going to bring this in. You hear the squeaks? Okay. So we're going to start with the treble end. So we have this. Each of these lights give us different options and settings. We either have with the treble. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but we have these different options and settings. So if I bring the treble down, okay, I'm going to activate. So it's I guess a shelving preamp is what's in here, is what Rich said. And a lot of this stuff, the basics you can actually see online. Rich runs through it on many different YouTube options, different YouTube channels, and if you really want to know about the dynamics of it, definitely check that out. For what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to have the loop play and make sure that you can hear it kind of change, and then let you set your own opinion of sound. Okay, so let's go to that high mid. Okay, I'm going to bring it back up. All right, let's bring that back up. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to go to the low mid. Turn it off again. Bring it down. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring that back up. There you go. I'm going to engage again. It sounds pretty good, right? Let's bring the bass out. Turn it off. Bring it back up. Bring it back down. Engage again. There we go. It's a very flexible head. The cabinet sounds great. Now, I love the head. The head has a lot of popey-ish to it. It's definitely Mike Pope. You can hear it in the preamp. You could hear it. It's just so flexible. It sounds great. Now let's talk about the cabinet. The cabinet is big. It's called a behemoth for a reason, and it really meets that. What I've discovered is that I can't really move it by myself easily. But if you are the guy that's looking for that sound, and you're comfortable with that bigger cabinet, I'm not a big guy by any means, way, shape, or form. So I am used to having lighter, smaller cabinets that make it easier to move. I would have liked to have tested out the 10s and the 12s. The two 10s and one 12 would have been awesome to test out. Now, don't mistake that. I'm not saying that the cabinet doesn't sound awesome. I'm just saying that it's heavy. It's about 100 pounds, give or take. But it sounds great. If you are willing to carry it, if you have the ability to carry it. Now, I wanted to take this cab on a gig when it first came in, and I really couldn't because I didn't want to damage it and throw it into the back of my car and take it to the gig, because I knew that if I would have done that, it probably would have ended up getting scratched up or banged up just because of movement on it. So my option was I didn't take it to the gig. Now, I did take the Bullhead with some other cabinets and tried it out. I tried it with the Phil Jones. I tried it with the Bergantino cabs, and it sounded great paired with those other options as well. The head, it sounds awesome. It's very boutique. It's on the higher price side. You are gonna go into debt buying it, but it is a good cabinet and it sounds good. I think you'll like it. As for me, again, I wish I could have had the opportunity to try one of the lighter cabinets and really put it to the test. The head, 10 out of 10. It was great. I took it out there and really had an opportunity to give it a go, and it sounded great. It definitely held up. The 1,000 watts was nice. Most of the environments, I didn't need to get anywhere near that amount of volume, but it's a good sounding head. And again, that Mike Pope preamp, the updated Mike Pope preamp sounds awesome. It really is nice. I mean, Mike definitely knows his flexibility for sounds. So in closing, guys, definitely try the Trickfish stuff out. Watch the other videos with Rich, because Rich he's going to give you some insights into some of the features, because they're manufacturing them, so they know the ins and outs. I could read for you right out of the catalog or read out of the manual, but what's the point of that? I'd rather have you actually hear it and understand, playing wise, what it is. And the sound is great. So the head's awesome. The cabinet's awesome too. Just be aware that like those cabinets from the older days, you know, that were big and heavy, but they had a sound, and that's what this does. This definitely represents that. And then with the modern sounding head, you can pretty much make it as flexible as you need it to be to get the sound that you're looking for. So this is Steve, the bass guy. I'm going to tell you, I love you guys. Peace, love, and low notes. Stay funky, and I'll see you guys out on the road. All right? Be well.